everyone, it's Angie with You Can Create Too, and this week's 5-Minute Friday I showed you how to do these fun little envelopes that are split down the middle with a piece of vellum. This is one we created on camera together, and it's all decorated, and they have faux stitching around them. So what I thought is I would turn on the camera today and we can make some. This is one that I did where I opened the envelope up and I collaged it. I tore it and then I put it back together. The problem with that is then you can see where the tears are, since I wasn't tearing it as one piece. I tore it open, which if you are okay with being able to see that, then that's fine. And honestly, once you slide something in there, you're not going to see that anyways. So, you know, half of one, I guess half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. I don't know. Whatever that saying is. I don't love it this way, so I'm going to do it a different way. This was one that we didn't get to in our 5-Minute Friday, so I went ahead and finished it off camera to show you it. Now, if you're going to do something with a wide curve, you have to remember your vellum piece has to be as wide as this edge to this edge. It's not just this. Because your paper doesn't curve, you have a piece, a strip that is that wide to go for this whole piece. And then on the inside, I went ahead and snipped out the extra that I didn't need. And I added the stitching, and it is still a fun look. You then have to reshape your flap if you have this kind. If you're doing it with the kind of envelope that is a flat flap instead of a pointed one, then you can do it and you don't have to reshape your flap or anything. So let's get started. Oh, before I start, this coffee craft and chat with you, I'm having tea instead of coffee, and this tea is a hibiscus tea. I had somebody ask what I used for my hibiscus tea dyed papers, and I use this Tazo tea. It's called Passion, and it is super yummy. It's hibiscus flower, natural tropical flowers, orange peel, cinnamon, rose hips, lemongrass, and some other fruit extracts. And it gives you this super pretty color. The other thing I use is this. I'm going to make sure we're on frame. This is called, oh, now I'm getting glare. There we go. This is dried hibiscus flower powder. And it's very, very concentrated. Let me see if I can get it open. Maybe not. Maybe. I'm not sure if I can get it. Let's see. Without dumping it everywhere. There we go. It is so pretty. And it gives you such a rich color. It's also delicious, super delicious in your tea. Anyways, that's to answer the question I had about what I use to dye my hibiscus papers with. That would be it. It gives you everything from a gray into a blue, a purple, all the way to pinks and violet. It's gorgeous, so I use that quite a bit. Now these colors I got from my my own alcohol inks, and If you need to know how to do this, there's tons of different videos out there on how to do this. Right now, with it being COVID out there, it's kind of hard to get your hands on rubbing alcohol. So what I use in these is actually super cheap vodka. I know that sounds super weird, but if you go into the liquor store and buy, what is it, a half gallon or a gallon or whatever of the super cheap vodka, it will get you so many of these little bottles, and you just throw your ink, the ink part out of the inside of like a Sharpie, or even dollar store markers. That's what these are. Dollar store markers will give you gorgeous, gorgeous alcohol inks in any color you could possibly want. So, with that being said, let's get to crafting. And I'm not doing anything today except trying to get through all of these envelopes to put them in my stash. So, how's everybody doing? I think some of these I'm going to tear straight across. I'm going to go through and tear them all right now and get them ready. These big ones, you could tear this way and make them deeper. What I'm going to do is go ahead and tear them down the middle to make them wider, because I'm going to fold them and put them in signatures, and that will give me a wider piece in a signature. So that's what I'm doing. Some of these, along with the alcohol ink, I went ahead and stamped them with some different stamps that I've got. I think some of them are done with this one. Some of them are very scripty. So let's tear some envelopes and enjoy our day. Have some hibiscus tea in our, let's see if I can show without spilling my tea, our Buff Orpington chicken cup. It's a yummy tea. And a super fun cup. And if any of you have been with me long enough and saw my, I think it was my very first craft and chat video I did, I showed you my adorable little house chicken. She was kind of a runt, and sadly she didn't make it. I'm so brokenhearted over it, because she was the sweetest little thing. She came on and peeped and said hi to everybody, and she was adorable. I just loved her. She did not make it, and like I said, I'm super heartbroken over it, but it's life. It is what it is. I know in the chicken world, and I'm sure it goes in other animals and maybe even humans, there's a thing called failure to thrive. And basically, they just, a lot of times they have something internal wrong with them that causes them to not be able to absorb their food correctly. They can't process it, and they just aren't able to grow. So I kept her alive and happy for as long as I could, but then toward the end, she just, it was sad. I knew when it was gonna happen, and it did, to the day. So she's no longer with me, but her sisters and her brother are doing fantastic. One of these days I'll have to go grab one of them. They live outside because they are happy, healthy, normal little tiny chickens. And I'll have to bring one of them in and show you one of these days. They are called Saramas. Saramas are the smallest chicken breed out there. both domestic and wild. So they are the tiny, tiny, tiniest of them all. And I just love them. They're so much fun. Okay, so I cut some of my vellum. You can basically get about 3 of these out of each sheet of vellum. I just grabbed some vellum out. I don't even know how many pieces I grabbed, and I cut them. I'm going to do some skinny, some medium size, which is about what I did here. And I'm going to do some wider. So we'll see what happens. I have no plans in mind except to buzz through this and beef up my stockpile of ephemera pieces to go in journals. So basically all I do here is fold it up about as much as I'm going to need. Grab my art glitter glue. Throw my bead along here. Oops. I'm just sticking this in. One thing you have to do is kind of make sure you're getting this straight. Put some glue on the front and then move to the other side. It is literally that simple. I saw somebody else doing something similar to this, and I don't remember who it was, but if I can find it in my history, I will be sure to link her. Gosh, I can't remember who it was. I saw it, I think, a couple days ago. So, but she was doing hers a little bit different. She was stitching hers, and I don't think she was, yeah, I don't think she collaged, and I don't remember. There's a shocker. I don't remember. But I'll try and figure out who it was, and I will add that in the description. All I'm doing here is trimming off the extra. I'm going to kind of fold this without creasing it so that I can get a nice even cut. Keep these, they're great for adding windows into your tags. And again, if you didn't, where did it go? I lost it again. There it is. If you haven't watched the 5 Minute Friday yet, you definitely need to. I found the bone folder that's been missing for months. Where was it? I can't even tell you, but I found it. So there we go. There's one. And I'll go through and add little stitching and do decoration and everything later when I figure out what journal they're going to go in. So let's see. It is October, Katie, what is it? October 21st?
Yes.
Yes, October 21st. So we're gearing up for Halloween. I've got my little skeleton guys that they were the little straight ones that have straight legs and straight arms and everything at the Dollar Tree. I got them and I heat up their joints and give them a little more character, and I'll try to remember to record. We're going to make them into little dead fairies to hang in the window. So yeah, I've got all these guys all ready to go. And my daughter wanted a see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. So we have those too. It's going to be fun. I will try my best to remember to record us creating those. It'll be fun. think my daughter and her boyfriend are actually going to come over here for Halloween instead of go to his house like I expected. So I guess they get to dress up and hand out candy, and I get to stay in my PJs and not do anything. I'm so okay with that.
That's what you think.
Oh, she says that's what I think. That's what I think. What am I gonna have to do? Anyways, I love Halloween. Halloween is like, Halloween for me is better than Christmas around here, so I'm really looking forward to it. I don't always dress up, but I still have fun. You know, we decorate for Halloween, and oh, Katie, we need to find the big blow-up spider and put him out in the yard.
Yeah, Grammy and I were talking about that.
Okay. We have one of those giant blow-up spider things. We lost my dad in February, and so this is our first holidays without him, and the big blow-up spider was always his thing, so we've got to find the big blow-up spider, get it out in the yard. He was a complete and total Halloween nut as well, so that was probably where I get it from. How about you guys? Are you dressing up? I think I've asked you every craft and chat for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So what are you doing for Halloween? Do you dress up? I need to figure out more things to talk about, don't I? It's okay, it's okay. I'm going to bring this one down a bit. There we go. Like that. There's number 2 done. You know, I really like easy projects like this to bulk up your stash so that when you're making your journal, you can just grab things like this, decorate it to suit whatever it is you're doing, and you're good to go. Oh, darn it. You know what? I tore this one here. I wanted to tear it right through the dark space. Oh, well. It's okay. I don't know if you can see this on camera. Along with the dark stripe of ink, I also stamped it with some words. I just thought that was fun. Let's do a wider one. How about a medium one with this one? There we go. We still have to come up about the same amount. So about there. I finally got my nails looking better. They're not all jacked up like they were in the last video. They were looking pretty tore up from the floor up in that video. But you know, it's the crafter life. You can never keep your nails nice. As soon as you get a manicure, you start working with the glue that totally wrecks it. So it's a crafter's life for me. What is that? It's a hard knock life for us. So it's a crafter's life for us. I mean, if you could look around and see all the stuff I have, yeah, it's a crafter life around here. My daughter Katie has been trying so hard to help me get more organized, but my problem is I start organizing, I see fun things, and I have to stop and create something. It's just the way it goes. Is anybody else like that? Like, you start to organize, you're like, I'm gonna do it, I am going to get organized, and then you get 10 minutes into it and you find something shiny that you just have to play with. Yeah. Yep, that's me. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm lining up along a line roughly It's crafting. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to try and keep the bottom of my envelope roughly straight so that when it opens and closes and does its envelope thing, it's working correctly. And one of the first ones I made, I wasn't paying attention to that, and yeah, that's the envelope that we're not showing anyone because it was sad. It didn't quite make it. It didn't make the cut. It's sitting on the bench like, put me in, coach. It didn't get thrown away because I will find a purpose for it. It's just not going to be this. It'll probably get torn up and put in a collage or something because it was, he was a bit wonky. Speaking of wonky, has anybody heard the Wonky Donkey book? I can't remember how it goes, but it is so funny. It's like a rhyming little kids book, but it's hilarious. It's like the Winky Wonky Donkey or something. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute. I liked it. And I have little niece and nephew and another niece on the way, so I guess they're great niece and nephew, and they are pretty great. Gotta tell you, they are pretty great. But I think I need to find that book to get them for Christmas because if nothing else, I just want to hear their dad try to read it to them and keep a straight face. I think that's gonna be the best. Woo, I'm getting crooked here. We're getting crooked. All right, we made it. All is not lost. We made it. So I have a Fitbit, and this is not it. I have a Fitbit. For the life of me, I cannot find my charger. I've had it for, I don't know, almost a year, and suddenly I can't find my charger. I have no idea what I've done with it. So I'm wearing this. It was a freebie if you signed up for something, and it's super thick and it's not terribly accurate, but it does buzz and remind me to get up out of my crafting chair and move around. So I guess in a pinch it is doing the trick since the Fitbit charger is MIA. Okay, straight and there. Yeah, I don't know what I've done with it. I can't figure out what has happened to it. It's just missing. And I've got 3 other Fitbit chargers for the Fitbits that I don't have anymore, of course. And, you know, of course also, they're not interchangeable. That would be silly. Totally silly if they were interchangeable. Ha 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 ha. How dare I think that they would, you know, keep the same charger for more than one device. Let's do this one. I'm gonna cut this one off also. There we go. So what do you think? You guys like this? Are you gonna create some? I think they're really fun. When I watched the video the other day of the lady making some, I was thinking, ooh, I could do that, only change it up a bit, because we all want to, you know, kind of put our own spin on things. And now I don't remember what it is she was doing that I'm doing different, so who knows? Who knows? Come on, scissors. We don't want that little bit left in there. There we go. Isn't that fun? I mean, really. I just love that. Super fun. Whoever originally came up with this idea is a genius. Genius, I say. I know, I'm just chattering on. I have no idea if we're going to get through this whole stack today or not. We'll see. I just wanted to create a few on here with you. Since I was doing it, I might as well turn on the camera. Oh, my other daughter, Allison, gave me her GoPro because she kind of scoffed at me trying to do everything on my phone. So we're going to try to figure out how to use a GoPro camera, and maybe, I don't know, maybe then I won't lose all of my videos as I'm uploading. If you saw my flip through of the Halloween journal, then you know that I lost the last 3 videos of creating said Halloween journal, and I was so upset. I was so upset. I had them done. I was going from my phone to my laptop to upload them so that you guys could watch, and somehow they deleted off my phone, and when they uploaded to my laptop they were corrupted. So sadly the last 3 videos are gone. So I am hoping that using the GoPro and getting everything onto a little SD card will be a backup. That way I don't lose everything or lose my mind. I mean, I was about to lose my mind when I lost those videos. I was so sad. All that work, and it's gone. Yeah. Okay. I would love to know if any of you have your own YouTube channel. If you do, share it in the comments. People look through the comments, and it would be great to, you know, share with each other. That's how I got started, you know. And at the time of recording this video, I am at a whopping, wait for it, 36 subscribers, and I have to tell you, I'm so excited about every single one. Like literally, I'm giddy every time I get a notice that I have a new subscriber. So if you have a YouTube channel, perhaps, you know, if you're here watching, maybe you have similar content and people that watch me would like to watch you. So why don't we help each other out? Share a link. I bet people will go watch your stuff. I know I will. So if you've got one, leave me a comment. Give me a share. I don't know. Do something. I don't know what to say. You know, since we are still pretty much on lockdown, you know, you don't leave the house unless you have to, and you always wear a mask and all of that. I don't have a lot to talk about because I don't go anywhere. So yeah, if anybody has any exciting news, share with me. I'd like to hear it because I don't do much. I go hang out in the backyard with my chickens, or I listen to audiobooks. I craft with my daughter. Katie, go get those birdhouses we made and I'll share them.
Give me a sec, I'm in the middle of a game.
No problem. My daughter Caitlin and I made Somebody, I can't remember who, again, if I figure it out, I'll put it down in the description box, has a fall prompt out so that you can follow the prompts and it gives you something to do each day that is fall related. And one of them was, out of scraps of paper, make a paper birdhouse. And so we both did that, and they turned out so cute. I used one of my coffin tags that did not make it into my Halloween journal. So I've got a purple coffin turned into a birdhouse, and Katie found some other scraps around here, and her birdhouse is super cute. I think she used some of the paper that I didn't, it was some of the scraps from my Halloween journal. Thanks. So here are our birdhouses. This one is mine. It's a coffin tag. And then these were little bits of cardboard and a little fussy cut bird. And here's Katie's. She used some of the scraps from my Halloween journal and a little fussy cut bird. I think they turned out super cute. Thank you, Katie.
Welcome.
So yeah, that's the extent of our excitement. I know this looks like a gigantic envelope, which it is, but if you fold it in half, that's going to be in a signature, so it's really not that big. You can cut the end off and have a tuck this way. You can leave it open and stick pocket, you know, words are really hard for me. You can leave the top open and have it be a pocket. So yeah, that's my plan for this anyways. Come on. These are old scissors and the tip does not come together all the way. So this looks like the funniest envelope ever. It's giant. I kind of want to send it in the mail to somebody just because it's funny. I don't know how that would go over at the post office though. But that's pretty cool. And again, like I said, it'll be folded in half in a signature. How fun, how fun. Time for some tea. It's a metal cup, and the only problem with that is it does not keep things hot. So the heat leaches out really fast, so I'm drinking some nice lukewarm tea now. But that's okay, it's still delicious. It's delicious either way. Hey, I wonder what it would look like if we went like this. Is that too weird? Is that too kooky if we do that? I'm gonna do it. Why not? It's my junk journal. And I'm down for the kookiness. Let's do it. I think I want some skinnier pieces though. So let's find our cutter. And I'm just going to take one of these and cut it in half roughly. Using the eyeball measure. I use finger tools and eyeball measures a lot. Okay, so it needs to come up about that far. I hope my head wasn't in the screen there. If it was, sorry about my horrible dye job. It's time to color these roots. So I have had pink hair now for a couple of years, and I love it. I am proud to say I am a 47-year-old woman with pink hair, and I'm rocking it. But because of COVID and not being able to go out and do a whole lot, my roots are pretty out of control right now. But that's okay. One of these days, I will fix it up so that I don't look so bizarre with my brown roots, brown and silver, because we have tinsel. We're 47. We have tinsel in our hair. Yeah. And pink hair. The ends are so bleached out that they kind of look like cotton candy right now. It's time to fix it up. Okay, there's one. I think this is going to be fun. It's different. It's just different. I don't even know what else to say. It's just different. My artsy fartsy brain is just buzzing with this. I love it. Okay, let's try to get it straight. And we'll go in there. And there we go. Oh, I love this. Now you can see right here, this is not the same, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is I will trim this down a little bit, like that, and then I'm going to come across like that, and then we'll glue that down. And no, the sides are not going to be exactly the same, and no, I don't care, because this is crafting. This is going in a junk journal. It's okay if it's not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I love this. The other thing I'm going to do, since it looks like this, hopefully you can see that, I'm going to line up my sides over here, and then we're going to do this. We're going to make our flaps as even as possible, just like that. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I know, I da 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 a lot. Sorry. It's just, it's habit. Okay. I'm going to have to make new folds. There we go. Bone folder. And look at that. Is that fun? Honestly, I love that. This can be done like this, and it could be signatures, or it put in a signature and be pockets. It could also, let's see, what if we did, you know, fold it up like this or something, or cut off right here and have that be a pocket. I don't know, there's so many things we could do with that. I'm kind of thinking I might just turn these two into their own little things. Let's go like this. Okay, we're crafting by the seat of our pants right here. We're going away from what we know, and we're going to try something new. Will it work? Who knows? Are we going to make it work? Heck yeah! So this guy comes down right here. And then let's go. I'm going to continue this on. And just kind of go like that. And then we'll fold this. And look at that. Wouldn't this be fun as a tall pocket for a big tag? We can also, you know what I'm going to do? Let's glue this down. Come on, get out of the way, scissors. Okay, we're going to glue this down. Just like this. One good thing about this art glitter glue is it dries pretty quickly and it dries pretty clear, which is nice, especially when you're working with vellum. Now I'm going to tear this off because I love that torn look, and I will probably end up inking those edges. And look at that. How fun. Yes, yes, yes. I bet. You know what I'm going to do? Watch this. Let's go right here. And right here, we're going to stick this right there. Is it going to work? Maybe? We'll go... Fold this over right like that, and we're going to glue this to this side and the flap down. Look at us being all improvisational. Look at me using my big college words. I didn't get that degree for nothing. I got it for scrapping. And we're using it. I strongly believe that my degree in psychology is well used junk journaling. It really is. Anyways, look at that. I think that's super fun. Now these, oh, we have two more. Little skinny one. Let's use one of the big papers, and it needs to come up about that far. So we'll glue him down. Just like this. We're almost out of envelopes that I have prepared. But that's okay. I have had a fun time crafting and chatting to you. I would love to hear whether or not you like this, if you plan on making any. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. I think it's fun. I'm excited to put this in my arsenal of things to pull out and put in my junk journals. Excited. Okay, let's make sure we're getting it relatively straight. Like that. Now the reason I had to come over so far is because this tear dips this direction, just like this tear dipped that direction. It's like this balance. Asymmetry. Symmetry in the asymmetry. Or something like that. Sometimes I just like to babble. One of these times I should do a video in like the ASMR style and just whisper the whole time. Put my microphone right down here and like, crinkle paper into it. I would listen to and watch an ASMR video of crinkling paper. How about you? I would enjoy it. Maybe that's what we need to do. ASMR crafting. Where we're silent, except for our scissors and our glue sticks. Crinkling paper and glue stick noises. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I think so. Somebody needs to come up with that. Write it down. Make it so. There we go. I really love these with the straight flap. I think they're so pretty. I keep forgetting I have a bone folder. I have a bone folder. Look at that. It's just so pretty. You know, if you were to take one of those gold metallic pens and go right along these edges before you glue this in, it would kind of remind me of that Japanese style of putting things back together that are broken with gold. It's just so beautiful. That's it. I'm gonna do some. If I do it, I'll try to remember to turn on the camera. That way you guys get to come along for the ride. Let's do another one of these giant ones. Let's see, we need to fold up about that far. You know me and my eyeball measuring. That's what we do. Hey, look at how good I am. That one's pretty darn close. Okay, that was me tooting my horn a little loud. Sorry. I'll toot a little quieter next time. Some glue. Go right in here. Make sure it's straight. And look at that. Oh, this side. We are almost done with this craft and chat. And it's a coffee craft and chat that we're technically having tea, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys understand. It will still be listed in the coffee craft and chat section of the channel. Oh, and I got a new banner put up on the page or on my channel. I'm so excited about it. It might not be fancy or anything, but it literally took me over an hour to try and figure out how to do. So yeah, I was pretty excited about it. Yeah, I'm just not technically inclined. I'm telling you, that gene did not pass on to me. Luckily, my youngest daughter, Allison, has that gene. She is the kind of techie, nerdy, video game playing kind of girl. I love it. Okay, again, because this is a corner, you know, the pointed flap, this comes up and starts to go down, and this one is still coming up, so I'm going to have to reshape that by... Okay, I'm going to follow this line. I think I'm going to make it rounded. Let's do round. Let's see how I did. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Okay. And just like that, it'll go in a signature, just like this. And with that, it's a wrap. Let's pull all these out and see what we did. So we've got our two that are going to be glued onto a page and have tags in them. We've got these super long ones here this one that is extraordinarily long. And then we've got these. Let's grab them out. All of these. Look at that. I'm so happy to get these done. I'm so happy. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. I'm so happy to have you. And remember, I'm Angie Coutu with You Can Create Too. And if I can do this, then you can too. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.